3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 2. This is the inaugural.
Yes.
This is the inaugural game.
Yep.
You tell me when you're ready to go.
We say anthem and then first pitch, or first?
It's going to be anthem, then the first pitch. But I meant in terms of ground rules and player introductions, they're first.
I got you. Okay.
All right? Just go with me, Joe. We'll be all right.
Okay. Follow your lead.
No, last. So you want to hang out if you want. You don't have to be, really hang out. We're off. Test 1, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the inaugural game of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League here in Northfield, New Jersey tonight as the Cardinals host the South Jersey Surf.
That's right.
We're going to introduce the players of both teams, beginning with the visitors, the South Jersey Surf. In no particular order, number 22, Antonio Carabello. Number 5, Nick Dutile. Number 1, Sam Daggers. Number 10, Slater Suriel. Number 15, Andrew Holmes. Number 13, Omar Hernandez. Number 14, Michael Goods. Number 8, Giacomo Antonicello. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Number 20, Colin McLaughlin. Number 33, Anthony Feinstein. Number 12, Jeff Sennett. Number 21, Dante De Palma. Number 24, Kyle Transu. Number 4, Justin Monero. Number 26, Nick Atoy. Number 3, Logan Petty. Number 34, Jacob Brennan. Number 9, Alex Gallagher. Number 48, Mike Raccabaldo. And no one else is here. The head coach of the South Jersey Surf is Jeff Ball. And now for the Cardinals. Number 24, Tommy Burns. Number 8, Justin Epifanio. Number 48, Brandon Riggs. Number 32, Anthony Capasso. Number 27, J.J. Swetkowski. Number 99, Ethan Dodd. Number 20, Ethan Meese. Number 26, Hunter Barberi. Number 17, C.J. Brown. Number 7, Ben Brandt. Number 13, Brett Ewing. Number 66, Jonathan Stores. Number 25, C.J. Wallowich. The head coach of the Cardinals is Joe Bunting. Did I miss somebody?
Yeah. Mike Dodd.
Oh, I know Mike. Pitcher Mike Dodd.
Yeah.
Joe Bunting is the head coach of the Cardinals. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to bring Victoria Mositis, Northfield's own, and she will sing tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
What does she do from the city of Northfield?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor opening night of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League, our first pitch ceremony to be thrown out by Mary Canisi from the city of Northfield, New Jersey. Mary, come on out. Let her go, Mary. Mary Canisi.
I'll come grab the mic from that side.
All right, you got it?
You're done. No. They took it from you, Chris. All right.
And we're just about getting started here for the opening game of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League here on BFA Sports. I'm Chris Losey. Great to be with you. Our last baseball broadcast we had was the Rowan Championship victory in the NJAC tournament, which we did. And this is the starting lineup for the Surf. Nick Newtile, the left fielder, will lead off. Antonio Caraballo at second base will bat second. Logan Petty At first base will hit third. Omar Hernandez, the catcher, will bat fourth. Jeff Sennett, the designated hitter, hits fifth. Nick Atoy at third base, he hits sixth. Slater Suriel, the center fielder, will bat seventh. Anthony Feinstein in right field hits eighth. And then at shortstop, it's Giacomo Antonicello. They call him Mo. He's line hitter. And the shortstop, the pitcher today, is Justin Minero. Defensively for the Cardinals, Brandon Riggs is the pitcher. Jonathan Storrs is the catcher. In the infield, you have C.J. Wallowich, Brett Ewing, Justin Epifanio, and J.J. Swenkowski at third. In the outfield, left to right, is Hunter Barberi, Tommy Burns, and C.J. Brown. So tonight's game here on BFA Sports is the inaugural game of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Just about ready to get this started. Umpires are Jim Conover calling balls and strikes. Matt Lawler is on the bases tonight. Two-man system here. Semi-pro baseball at its finest in South Jersey.
That's your ad. Bunting.
BFA Sports proud to bring you this broadcast of this inaugural night of this Sjssbl Baseball League, Northfield Cardinals and the Surf, sponsored by Bunting Family Pharmacy. Our thanks to Joe Bunting here at Northfield, and a great pregame that he had designed. And how about that voice by Victoria Mosaitis? So the Cardinals are going to take the field behind Brandon Riggs. That would be their lineup right there. Got it, Skip. Brandon Riggs, 5'11", from Penn State, Harrisburg. Left-hander. We already have the defensive lineup. Yo.
Lineup down. They didn't have an extra copy. Thank you.
Why don't you put a headset on? You're sitting next to me. What do you think? It's your sponsor. Good, Joe. Go for it. Can you hear me, Joe?
Gotcha.
Joe Bunting, everybody. Thanks so much for what you are doing, and I would love to talk to you, but I know you're going to be a little busy tonight. Hopefully maybe we have a chance to talk later on about how this came about with this league and all that good stuff.
Sure, sounds good. Maybe right after the game.
Maybe we'll do it at the Telford.
That sounds even better. All right. And thank you guys for coming out and setting this all up for tonight. This is a big night for South Jersey South Shore Baseball. Looking forward to a great season and a great game tonight.
Now remember, you have a microphone now, so, no good right now, all right? Nick Newtile, that's a live mic. Nick Newtile will lead it off, and we're about ready to see the first pitch ever in the brand new South Jersey Shore Baseball League, and it's up high, ball one from Brandon Riggs. 1 ball, no strikes. Temperature 61 degrees, a little different from yesterday, huh, Joe?
Beautiful, beautiful night for baseball.
That fastball just misses inside, 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Missed outside, 3-0. Where'd Storrs go to school?
Uh,
Not on there. It was on there, I wouldn't have asked you. It's a big blank right there. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike. Newtile didn't think so. 3-1. He apologized. Didn't have to, but he apologized. It's because he went to Alvernia. 3-1. Sprayed foul. And the count runs full. This will be fun, you know. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nick, Yogi still at Alvernia?
Oh.
He came out at me one time. I was at Widener, and he said, "Are you telling me that he missed the bag?" I said, "I'm telling you he missed the bag." He turned to the shortstop. He said, "Did you miss the bag?" The shortstop said, "Yes." He said, "Don't talk to me."
Ever again.
Chased a high pitch, and he struck him out. That's the first out of the inning on the strikeout by Briggs.
I'm back to work.
Is that what you do? Thank you. We'll see you soon. Appreciate it. Joe Bunting, everybody. Primary sponsor of tonight's broadcast, also the manager of these Cardinals. That's fouled away. Antonio Caraballo, the second baseman. It's a little cold out here. I thought you were going to bring grub. No? All right. Tell Jen I said hello. 1 strike pitch to Caraballo. Downstairs, 1-1. Great arm by the home plate umpire, Jim Conover. I'll tell you, I mean, really. Snaps that ball back to the pitcher. I stopped throwing that ball back 20 years ago. Here's the 1-1. That's up high. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hey, we had a good broadcast last night. I heard Chase Petty up in Trenton. Any of you guys there? No? Here's the 2-1. It's into the gap in left center. That's going to be extra bases for Caraballo. Barberi and Burns track it down. It's Barberi throwing, but it'll be a stand-up double. Actually slides. But Caraballo with a double. He's a 1-out runner here in the first for Logan Petty. You know. Logan, there's an empty chair here. You see this, right? Time is out. Hey, Logan. There's an empty chair here. I need your help. How's the knee? Attaboy. Good to see you. First baseman Logan Petty. You can see, obviously, with the Jeff Ball influence, that most of the kids here are from the ACCC team, the Buccaneers, that we were honored to call this year as well, calling the Surf home. So Caraballo was a 1-out base runner here in the top of the first for Logan Petty. 1 ball, no strikes. That is Brandon Riggs, and that one's fouled away. Ball and a strike.
Last one, Joe. Last one.
1-1 to the first baseman, Petty, be followed by the catcher, Omar Hernandez. This is the inaugural baseball game and opening broadcast of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League. 1-1's a curveball, and Petty pops it up behind the bag at third. It'll go foul, and it's 1-2. Every time you hear those pop-ups hit concrete, everybody breathes a sigh of relief with all the cars in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caraballo at second. He doubled with 1 out. You see the split screen. It's Caraballo at second. And the 1-2. The curveball is there, and Petty's out of there. Called strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. And now the catcher, Hernandez, is up. So Hernandez, the catcher for the Buccaneers as well. Digging in. Taking a long time as usual. I know he heard me. 2 outs, Caraballo at second. First pitch is popped up. Stores looking at it, looking for it, and it hits the fence and goes out of play. So Hernandez gets new life. Not much room in foul territory here at Birch Grove Park. 1 strike to Omar Hernandez, who will take his good old time and get back in the batter's box. See if he'll look over. Guess not. Got cold quick, everybody. It's not 96 like it was yesterday. Riggs steps off. Again, in the split screen, you can see Caraballo at second. 1 strike pitch up high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Caraballo is at second. Jeff Sennett, the designated hitter, on deck. That's on the corner. And it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Hernandez. Here it comes. That's popped up, out of play. Again, concrete. Still 1-2. Back to the mound. Riggs will field it, throw out Hernandez, and that'll end the top of the first. No runs for the Surf. We'll go to the bottom of the first here in our inaugural broadcast of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League. Surf nothing. Cardinals coming to bat. Welcome back to our first broadcast of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League. This is the Northfield Cardinals starting lineup. Tommy Burns will lead off in center field. Justin Epifanio, the shortstop, batting second. The second baseman, Brett Ewing, will hit third. J.J. Swenkowski at third. He'll bat fourth. In right field is C.J. Brown. He's in the 5 spot. C.J. Walowich at first base hitting 6th. Hunter Barberi in left field batting 7th. Luke McCarthy, the designated hitter tonight, batting 8th. The catcher, Jonathan Storrs, bats 9th. And there is the pitcher that they are facing. Because they're batting 10. That's Colin McLaughlin. Right-hander Colin McLaughlin defensively for the Surf. You'll see it coming up as leading off is Tommy Burns, the center fielder from Cumberland County College. Has something to say to Omar Hernandez. Naturally, they're friends. Colin McLaughlin from Mercer County. That's a strike call. Fastball there. One strike pitch, fouled away. And it's quickly 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Burns, to be followed by Justin Epifanio. Another foul ball. So one thing about the wooden bat, which is what this is, all the summer leagues are wooden bats. More outs than hits. Still 0-2. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. BFA Sports here tonight, opening night. Chris Losey with the crew here. Here comes the 1-2. Curveball's there. Called strike 3. First strikeout of the game for McLaughlin. That's 1 out. That'll bring up the shortstop Epifanio. There is the look defensively. You can see it's Nutile, Suriel, and Feinstein in the outfield. Left to right, Toy, Antonicello, Carabello, and Petty in the infield. And Hernandez is the catcher. That one's chopped off the plate, cut off by the mound, and McLaughlin does a nice job, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 outs. Two outs, no base runners for the Cardinals here at the top of the 1st inning. Strike call to Brett Ewing, the second baseman. Ewing from Gloucester County College. McLaughlin always working from the stretch. The 0-1. Fastball is up high. Peel goes down to first. Matt Lawler says no. Ball and a strike here. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 1st. Close pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Missed with that one. It's 3-1. The third baseman, J.J. Swenkowski, is on deck. And that's a strike call, so it's now 3-2. Ewing checking with Home plate umpire Jim Conover to make sure that it was at the bottom of the zone. Looked like a good call from here. 3-2 with 2 outs. Another curveball. It's in the dirt. He missed it. Or Hernandez has to make the play. He does. And the strikeout recorded. So 1-2-3 for the Cardinals in the first. We're going to the second here on BFA. No score between the Surf and the Cardinals.
Matt Lawler, calling the balls and strikes, Jim Conover. Up to bat for Jeff Sennett.
Top of the second for the Surf. And the designated hitter, Jeff Sennett, will lead off. There's a look at Jeff. First pitch to him is a strike call. It's up in the air. Ewing calling for it. Makes the catch at second. First out of the inning.
Playing third base, Nick Natoy.
Here's a third baseman, Nick Atoy, also a pitcher for that ACCC team. One out top of the second. No base runners. To short, Epifanio had trouble with it, gets the throw away, and then it hits the fence. So a wild throw, no advance, and that's going to keep Atoy at first, and he's a one-out base runner for Slater Soriel, who hit a home run in one of our broadcasts for the ACCC team, and a good center fielder, too.
Center fielder, Slater Soriel.
Sporting the Buccaneer batting helmet, of course. It's a violation somewhere, isn't it? No, maybe not. I always wanted to ask that question. Atoy leading off first. First pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-on-1 out in the second inning here for the Surf. No score tonight. BFA's coverage of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League. That misses 2-0. Split screen again. Atoy on the right at first. Reached on an error. Soriel at the plate. down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Brown's got to chase it down. Atoy's going to get the third, and he's going to be held there. Surf have runners at the corners. A good start for them here in the second with one out.
Left fielder Anthony Feinstein.
Feinstein from Marion University. Chance here to give the Surf the early lead. First and third with one out, infield back. First pitch swinging, fouled it back, one strike to him. Feinstein to be followed by Antonicello. Shortstop. Getting a little chilly, boys, out here. It's the BFA Sports crew in their hoodies, and I'm just in my. Well, we don't have it. I can't call it. We call it the GoPro. It's an affectionate term. See, Doug doesn't understand that. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. First and third, 1 out for the Surf. Top of the second inning. Pickoff try. Suriel is back. Another one. Missed with that. And on the throw, Suriel takes second. Two one. Foul back. 2-2. That curveball misses. Count runs full now. To Feinstein with Antonicello on deck. Second and third. There's 1 out. Smoked to the center field. Burns is not going to get it. It's up against the fence. The Surf are going to get a couple. Anthony Feinstein delivers with a 2-run double here in the second inning.
Shortstop Mo Antonicello.
So here's Antonicello with another runner in scoring position for the Surf. And they already lead 2-0 on the double by Anthony Feinstein. Strike call. Split screen. There's Feinstein. That's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Surf. Top of the second inning here. We're at Birch Grove Park in Northfield. Chilly night. Chris Losey on the microphone tonight, flying solo, and Ryan Schumacher here as usual. Right. 1-1 is up high. You want to check the temperature? I'll check the temperature right now. Let's see what we got. Fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Untitled. Justin Minero on deck as the Surf have elected to hit with 10. 61 degrees right now. You were close. Here's a 2-2 from Riggs. Curveball in the hole. Epifano can't handle it. No advance by Feinstein. So it's now first and second with 1 out.
Extra hitter Justin Maniero.
And now Justin Minero. Justin also from ACCC. And that was an option from the teams that could actually bat 10 if they choose to. The Cardinals went with 9 tonight. First pitch swinging, fouled back. One strike to the extra hitter, Justin Minero. And top of the order is next, and Nick Newtile. Swing and a miss at that. It got through, and both runners are going to move up. It's got to be a pass ball there on Stores. So now it's second and third and 1 out. Riggs has a 1-1 count. Two on, 1 out. Late swing, fouled at the plate, and it's 1-2. How about BFA all over the map? Oh, soccer, the Nor'easters of Ocean City. Mainland high school baseball in Trenton last night. 1-2. Fastball off the outside edge, 2-2. Not to mention the NJAC Championship that we broadcasted on Friday. Say again? That's for their regional. It got released last night, yep. 2-2. Another one fouled at the plate. Scatters the Surf down the third base side. Still 2-2. You wouldn't have an extra BFA pullover in that trailer, would you? I'll take the Eagles one. You gotta be kidding me. It's 2-2 with 1 out. Again, we're reminded of the Timber Creek game. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, Stores blocks that. It's now 2-2. 2 runs in already for the Surf here in the second. Anthony Feinstein standing at third with the 2-run double. Mo Antonicello second. Reached on an infield single. Two-two. Struck him out. Fastball down the middle, and he missed it. So that's the second out of the inning. And the top of the order for Nick Newtile, who struck out his first time up. Chance for Riggs to get out of it with no further damage. He's allowed 2 runs. He's got 2 on here. 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Starts him off down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Laid off that 2-0. Miss low, 3-0. And Caraballo on deck, and he doubled his first time up. That's a strike. 3-1. 2 runs in for the Surf. 3-1 the count here on the leadoff hitter, Nick Newtile. On the bounce, Ewing makes the play and ends the inning. So no further damage. 2 runs for the Surf here in the second. Go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Surf here on BFA. Cardinals here in the bottom of the second. J.J. Swinkowski, the third baseman, C.J. Brown, and outfield, and C.J. Wallowich to face Colin McLaughlin, who retired the Cardinals in turn in the first inning. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Somebody's in a hurry. Off speed is there, and it's quickly 2 strikes to J.J. Swinkowski. Swinkowski, a Stockton University product. There's McLaughlin in the 0-2. It's down the line and left, and that's going to be fair. All the way to the wall. Barberi chasing it down, and he's going to hold Swinkowski to a single. 0-2 curveball, and he hung it, and Swinkowski didn't miss it. So he leads off the second with a base hit. They'll bring up C.J. Brown, also from Stockton. First hit for the Cardinals. You can see the Surf up 2-0. Whoops. I think it got a helmet first. And it did, and Brown will go to first. So here come the Cardinals back with a response. They've got their first 2 on here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out.
First base, C.J. Wallowich.
And here's C.J. Wallowich. First baseman Wallowich up in a good spot here for the Cards. They've got 2 on and nobody out. First pitch is up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Had a hack at that, fouled it back, and it's 1-1. Swinkowski at second, he singled. C.J. Brown at first was hit by a pitch. And a count of 1-1 at the plate on C.J. Wallowich. One and two. In the dirt, Omar Hernandez. El Gato behind the plate. He got that one. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Another curveball, another scoop by Omar. And the count runs full. And Hunter Barberi awaits on deck, the left fielder. Hunter from the NJAC champs. Time called at the plate. 2-0 serve. Cardinals threatening here in the bottom of the second. They have their first 2 on and nobody out. 3-2. Missed outside. The bases are loaded. That'll prompt a visit from Jeff Ball out to the mound. Colin Mclaughlin. I know I was going to say that. Isn't there an actor, Kyle? Yeah. Jeff Ball. Yeah, right. Jeff Ball, longtime baseball man down here with Atlantic City Surf. We had the opportunity to do an in-game interview with Jeff, too, from the ACCC broadcast. That was a lot of fun. It was against, there he is, it was against Brookdale. And of course, where he goes, so goes Elaine. Not sure what she sees in him. I'm going to get it now. 2 great people, though. Really good people. So the bases are loaded, nobody out for Barberi. Missed the fastball. One strike to Barberi. McLaughlin's delivery. Got 2 strikes. Hernandez had that one go in and out. I think Jeff just helping Omar how to catch. I know he's new at this. McLaughlin now is coming with an 0-2. Got him. Big strikeout for McLaughlin in this surf. It's 1 out. Bases still loaded. And here's Luke McCarthy, the DH. McCarthy still in high school at Mainland. Just had fun last night. 2 runs in the 7th for Mainland to beat Don Bosco Prep in Trenton. First pitch is a strike. 1 strike to McCarthy. The catcher Stores on deck. Just missed. 1-1. Ball and a strike. The bases are loaded here in the bottom of the second inning. There's a strike call, and it's now 1-2. Colin McLaughlin with a chance to get out of this. Here's the 1-2. Got him. That's a strikeout. So he's out, and that's the second out of the inning. Now the bottom of the order, and catcher Jonathan Storrs, and Colin McLaughlin can get out of a bases-loaded, no-out jam here if he retires Storrs. Bases still loaded. Swinkowski at third, singled. C.J. Brown was hit by a pitch. And Wallowich walked. Missed with that first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0. That's up high. Two and nothing. There's a strike. 2-1 to the catcher Storrs. The top of the order is next, Tommy Burns. If Storrs can keep the inning alive. Missed that fastball. It's 2-2. Bases loaded. 2-2. Got him. Colin McLaughlin, bases loaded, no outs. Comes out of it. Hernandez has to touch the plate as he didn't handle the strike three. Inning comes to an end. No runs for the Cardinals. We're going to the third. Here in Northfield, it's 2-0 Surf on BFA. Two, 3, and 4 for the Surf. You doing due up or no? Okay. As I said, 2, 3, and 4 for the Surf. As we start the third inning, and Colin McLaughlin pitching out of a bases-loaded, no-out jam without any runs. There's a guy we could talk to. In a second. Bob Petty is just made an appearance somewhere. It's Antonio Carabello, Logan Petty, and Omar Hernandez in the third inning. Carabello doubled his first time up. What do you think? Think I can get Bob Petty to join us on the broadcast? He's going to show him how it's done. Logan, get that over here.
Yes. Come on. Go. Come on.
Now off the bat.
I'm too lonely. Come on.
Caravello.
Apparently, Bob Petty's got to go talk to his agent. Trying to get him on. All right, top of the third, Caravello with a double. His first time up into the gap in left center. Caught the corner, one strike. I could see us having a lot of fun in these broadcasts. Whole lot of fun. Bunting Family Pharmacy sponsors the South Jersey Shore Baseball League. He even put a sign on the scoreboard, too. That's outside. Ball and 2 strikes to Caravello, Logan Petty on deck. Maybe then we can get his father to join us on the broadcast. It's a 1-2. Off speed, misses up, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Caravello. Stays alive. We'll do it again. Still 2-2. Briggs with the sign. Fastball misses outside, and the count runs full. So 3-2 to Caravello. Logan Petty waits. His first at bat since he injured his knee. Against Brookdale. 3-2. And Caravello walks. So he leads off the third with a base on balls, and here comes Logan Petty.
First baseman, Logan.
Of course, Logan, the older brother of mainland pitcher Chase Petty. Family calls him Chip. So, you know, perhaps after Logan Petty bats, maybe his father will then join us on the broadcast. Think that was meant for someone else? Caravello with a walk leading off the third. Here's Petty. Throw back over. Caravello was safe. Petty was caught looking his first time up. First pitch misses down low. 1 ball, no strikes to Logan Petty, first baseman from ACCC. Part-time color analyst when he was on the shelf and we needed someone to help us out. 1-0. That's down low. It's 2-0. Some people actually said that Logan was a better color analyst than he was a first baseman. Ryan, how well will that fly? I don't think so. Here's a 2-0 coming. Check the swing. And it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Petty. Got that one there. 3-1. That's Antonio Caravello. He walked to start the top of the third. And Logan Petty at the plate on the left side. He's got a 3-1 count. Pitch from Riggs. Swinging, and he sprayed it foul left side, out of play. Full count to Petty. Catcher Omar Hernandez on deck. Nobody out, top of the third. 2-0 Surf here on BFA. 2-run double by Anthony Feinstein. The 3-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Mentioned Joe Bunting doing a great job to get this thing underway. South Jersey Shore Baseball League. Also manages the Cardinals here. Here comes the 3-2. Ball for Petty, walks. And the Surf have their first two on here in the third. And then I'll bring up the catcher, Hernandez. Omar Hernandez, of course, also from ACC. Tapped one back to the mound his first time up. There's a look at Carabello. Matt Lawler in the foreground, base umpire. Boy, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday and this time was about 82 degrees, 83 degrees. Crisp night here in Atlantic County. The 2-on and nobody out for Hernandez. First pitch swinging, taps it to third. Swinkowski, it's a fair ball. And the scoop at first by Wallowich, or he dropped it. So Hernandez reaches on the error by Swinkowski, and now the Cardinals are faced with the same thing that the Surf had. Bases loaded here for the Surf and nobody out. And the DH is Jack Sennett. Sennett 0 for 1. And they're going to run for Hernandez now. Dante De Palma will not run. He's just going to go jog and coach first base. All right, here we go. Sennett misses that. One quick strike to the DH. Bases loaded for the Surf now, nobody out. Can Riggs do what McLaughlin did as the Surf pitcher? Pitched his way out of a bases loaded, nobody out. Two quick strikes. Sennett to be followed by the third baseman, Nick Atoy. So it's an 0-2 coming from Riggs. Up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes, Sennett laid off of it. There's a look at the DH. Jeff Sennett. And then the runners, Logan Petty at second. Carabello at third. Hernandez at first. That's way up high, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the third here in Northfield. 2-0 Surf already here on BFA. The 2-2 just missed. That's full count. Nowhere to put Sennett. Bases loaded, no outs.
Let's go, win it, baby, win it. Let's go.
The 3-2. Got him. Riggs comes back and strikes out Sennett, the first out of the inning, and here's Atoy. Atoy reached on an error his first time up. Curveball. Must have been up. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Surf. Big cut at that one, missed that, 1-1. So the Surf have them loaded. Carabello, Petty, and Hernandez. Then a strikeout by Sennett. And a toy is a 1-1 count. And Slater Suriel in the on-deck circle. The 1-1. Chases that curveball and slams it to left field. It is deep. It is a grand slam home run for Nicatoy. He clears the bases. Riggs hung a curveball and he paid for it. And now it is 6-0 Surf. Well, it was a curveball, and Toy stayed and watched it. So I bring up Slater Suriel, the ACCC center fielder. A grand slam by a Toy here in the top of the third. You think it hit a car? Yeah. Another curveball, and must have been high. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss at that fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Slater Suriel. That curveball's up. 2-1 to Slater Suriel. Anthony Feinstein on deck. 2-run double that got the offense going for the Surf early. And then a grand slam by Nicatoy, and it's 6-zip in the third. Here's a 2-1. Missed that one. Count even at 2-2 now to Suriel. Feinstein next, followed by Mo Antonicello. So we were saying his name right, but the way, we'll get to Antonicello in a second, that curveball's fouled away. When we did the ACCC broadcasts and we actually looked at Rod Velarde's starting lineups, he gave them to us. He writes Antonicelli. We didn't, so we basically said what he wrote. But it's Antonicello. And when I did the starting lineups, you heard me ask if I did it right, too. So thank you, Rod. I know he's watching. Here's a 2-2. Struck out Slater Suriel. And that's the second out of the inning. 2 outs, no base runners. There's Feinstein.
Left fielder Anthony Feinstein.
6-0 Surf. A grand slam for Nicatoy here in the top of the third. Inside corner, called strike. One strike to the Surf right fielder. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at that, and it's 0-2 with 2 outs here in the third. Oh, 2 coming from Riggs. Feinstein gets time at the plate. Yep, time for the hoodie to come up. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 to Feinstein. Antonicello on deck for the Surf. 6-0 Surf in front of the Cardinals. 1-2 is hit the left field. Barberi under that one. He'll make the catch. That'll end the third, but 4 runs for the Surf on a grand slam by Nicatoy. And after 2.5 here in Northfield, it's 6-0 Surf on BFA.
What's up, Pat?
Bottom of the third we go. The Cardinals trail 6-0 here on BFA. A grand slam by Nick Atoy in the top of the third. It's the top of the order for the Cardinals. Tommy Burns, Justin Epifanio, and Brett Ewing. Chris Lozzi of the BFA Sports Crew here, and I am joined by none other than Bob Petty.
Chris Lozzi, how are you?
Father of Logan Petty and Chase Petty. And you talk about last night, you were down in Trenton, or up in Trenton, actually.
Yeah.
That was a good ball game, and you put some stuff on Facebook.
It was.
It's the only way I could find the updates.
Yeah, it was quite amazing. A lot of people, like 1,500 people there, so.
Nice.
It was a beautiful night for baseball. And
this guy posted some pictures, I believe, too.
I took one of the umpires and gave it to him since they never get any glory. Of course, it was their backside. I don't know how that's going to fly. But
yeah, right. How's your season going, by the way? You doing anything at all in the field?
Yeah, perfect game.
Yeah, good for you. Good.
Took a lot of time off for the boys watching them. So.
Yeah. By the way, this portion of the broadcast brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy, and I think you know a Bunting that just walked by. So what do you think of Nick Atoy?
I love Nick.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love him. I've known him for years, and a couple years ago when the boys got to play with him, it was a lot of fun. He's a great kid. Well, he's a man now, so.
That's all right. He's still a kid.
Yeah.
Omar's got a tag, Burns, and that's a strikeout. First out of the third inning. How about Colin McLaughlin? Bases loaded, nobody out, gets out of that jam. That gives the team a lift.
Yeah, I was seeing if maybe he could transfer next year to ACCC. I don't know how that's going to fly, but I'm trying to pull some strings.
Where's he at now?
Mercer, right?
Mercer,
yeah.
Yeah.
He looked really good.
He does. And to get out of a jam like that gives your offensive lift. And then how about a toy? He stood there and watched it. That was nice.
Yeah.
Here's Epifanio. Struck out his first time up. A little chilly, unlike last night, huh? How about last night?
Yeah, it's a big difference in the temperature.
You like umpiring in this weather, or you like it when it's warmer?
I like it like this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
A moan from the dugout as that pitch is called a ball by Jim Conover. What do you think of Jim Conover?
Oh, Jimmy's a good guy. He so I used to be president of Atlantic Shore for many years and coached quite a bit.
He just stared right at us.
And he was one of my most requested umps. I said, I'll take Jim every time we can get him.
Good.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like him. That curveball went right through everybody.
He's still doing the point with the lefties to the left side. I think he's going to have to change that eventually.
Yeah, we're in agreement on that. I just can't stand the fact that he's in such good shape.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not, and I'll speak for myself.
Yeah, I'll speak with you too.
Yeah. And then, of course, you've got Matt on the bases. That's up high, and it's a full count. Let's talk about Matt Lawler. Some good guys, though, in this group. How about, did you ever work with Butchie Bachanico yet?
No, I haven't.
You know who it is?
I don't know.
All right. He's a friend of mine from Philly, and he relocated down here. Here's another strikeout from McLaughlin. That's 2 outs here in the third. And that'll bring up Brett Ewing, who also struck out his first time up. I wanted to say that Butchie was PIAA umpire in Pennsylvania. I put him on a plate in the Carpenter Cup one year, 7th inning, and he collapsed. It was so hot. I had to take him out of there.
Oh, my goodness.
Good umpire, though. He comes down here. We get him in this group and does a good job. He runs the sports book at Hard Rock.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's a nice little gig.
Yeah, and he's a retired police lieutenant. He was the one that usually got the interview from the news when the main guy wasn't there. And he always had a hat on. He just stood there and, 2 individuals went into the house, stuff like that.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike to Ewing. What do you think of this league?
So, I stayed out all the political comments that are going back and
You?
forth.
No.
Yeah. I have too many people on both sides that I know and like, so.
Yeah.
But I was reading up on it, and, it's a shame that the other leagues got 2 teams that are going to play 20 games. But I was looking at the rosters of this league, and it's pretty good. It's going to be some pretty good baseball.
1-2. Curveball fouled away.
I coached Brett quite a few years back. He was a heck of a player. Well, obviously he still is, but
He's a Gloucester, too.
Yeah,
Plays for Mr. Valley. So, obviously, Logan's doing better. What was his recovery like? What did they diagnose, and what got him back on the field so soon?
So, for Logan, he went up having a fractured knee. So we thought it was going to be an ACL tear. He went to, a few doctors and trainers, and everybody thought it was an ACL tear. Fortunately, it wound up being a fracture, and it was just, healed up after a little time, and put a brace on, and bam.
Stick around, one more half.
You got it.
6-0 after 3 here in Northfield on BFA. Surf in front. Of the South Jersey Shore Baseball League. Chris Losey joined by Bob Petty, umpire friend, and also obviously the very, very proud papa of Luke and Chase Petty. Logan, what am I saying?
Luke.
Oh, and you know why?
Use the force, Luke.
Oh, God. Where did I get Luke from?
That's funny. Logan's never being your partner again. That's funny.
But if I called Chase Chip, that would be okay.
Yeah.
No, jeez. And you're never going to let me live the end of it, so I appreciate that.
That's great.
Oh, God. What's the matter with you?
Mo Antonicello.
You're not supposed to do that. Here's Mo Antonicello, the shortstop. Did you hear when you weren't here, were you? Because I did the PA and I was announcing the players.
Right.
So when I said Mo's name, I went, did I get it right? And he stopped and went, yeah.
Yeah, I think Logan taught you the name when you
It was
when he was on the
Velarde. No,
Breakers,
it was
right?
Rod Velarde because his lineup card says Antonicelli with an I.
Right.
So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but I'm saying it was Logan when he was announcing with you that gave the pronunciation. 'Cause
Right.
You're like, I have it written down different times
Right.
every time, different ways, different times.
Right.
Yeah. That worked out good.
Called strike 3. Antonicello is out. First out of the inning. And the extra hitter, Justin Minero. All right, we were talking about, we went to the break, we were talking about this league. So I like the fact that you stayed Sweden, right?
Yeah.
But without being controversial, I mean, this is a great opportunity for the kids to still play.
I think that this league is filled with talent. I went through the rosters. I was looking at the 10 teams, and it's going to be pretty solid. There's a lot of good pitching. Everybody can play, hit, but it's to really make a league good, you got to have good pitching, and this league is loaded with pitching. So I think once the league gets going, once school's over, and everybody's here, it's going to be some legit baseball. It'll be a lot of fun.
Talk about legit. How about this kid, Anthony Capasso, on the mound now for Brandon Riggs after his 3 innings of work. Capasso, Georgia Southwestern. Anytime you go, in my opinion, anytime you go below the Carolinas and below to play baseball,
He
It's a
can field
good
his
thing.
position, too. Look at that play right there.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Walowich feeds him. That's the second out of the inning.
So he was a catcher. He was a really good catcher.
Really?
And, he pitches too, obviously. And when he went to college, he was at Cumberland and then transferred to RCGC when they were RCGC. And then went
Gloucester?
going down there. Yeah, yep.
Well, Rob Valley's got a ton of connections at Gloucester. So, I mean, he's the guy. I remember one time when I first broke into college, it had to be 03, 04, and I didn't know how the junior college dynamic worked, okay, as you're looking at the leadoff hitter Nick Newtiles 0 for 2. But I want to talk about the they don't recruit, but they do recruit. Like it's like an off-the-record thing. So you had the first baseman, and you know how I kind of like to talk to the players, which is probably a no-no, but I don't care. So I'm talking to the first baseman, and I said, well, where'd you play last year? And I'm not expecting the response I got. Xavier. So that's when I realized he's 6'5", Bobby, 6'5", 235, big first baseman. Yeah. Newtile fouls that one back.
This is a good battle here in Newtile and Capasso. Got a really good hitter here in Newtile.
What do you know about him?
So his senior year, he actually wound up breaking his hand and played the first maybe 5 or 6 games of the year still with the broken hand, and I think he was 11 for 14 with like 3 home runs.
Where'd he go?
He was at Mainland. And
Billy there back then?
Yeah. This was just 3 years ago, I guess. He's at I think Alvernia now, right? And
he plays for Jeff and Yogi. Yogi's at Alvernia.
And he
that was quick. You want to stay another half?
Yeah,
One more half?
yeah.
All right. Middle of the fourth here in Northfield at 6-0 Surf on BFA. All right. Bottom of the fourth we go, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Surf. Cardinals. This is fun. You're down 6-0, and now you have the meat of the order 4, 5, and 6. But did you see when what was it? C.J. Brown that got hit in the pitch in the helmet.
Yeah.
You just they say to yourself, thank God these helmets are better than they were back then.
Yeah.
I mean, MLB improved, and speaking of MLB, we were talking about the draft, obviously. A lot of mock drafts. Where do you see in these mock drafts where Chase is?
So he's been all over the board as far, because they're different ones with different guys and different organizations that do them. He's going 10, 13, 14, 21, 26, 29.
Wow.
He's as low as 10 at the Mets and as high as 29 to the Dodgers. And some of them he's been out of the first round, not picked, but they really don't mean anything. They're the opinions of the guys that are writing them.
Sure.
But they're sports guys, and they know, and it's who they think in their best opinion that team might go with based on their needs at that time.
Right.
But realistically, I think the day of, what it comes down to, when these guys have all their kids on the board, they're going with the best option.
Sure.
If they need a shortstop, but the best guy out there is the best pitcher around, they're going to pick him, and vice versa, so on and so forth. So
there's a walk.
Right fielder C.J. Brown.
To Swinkowski. Now I'll bring up C.J. Brown, and we talked about him getting hit by that pitch. Now, what can you tell me What can you tell me about this pitcher, Colin McLaughlin? Because pitching out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam, that was pretty good.
Yeah, so I haven't had the pleasure of really watching him pitch until tonight. I've heard of him, and I know he was at Mercer. And actually, we were in the second inning, and I said to Logan, I said, Logan, who's pitching? And he told me who it was. I said, oh, okay. I don't think he pitched that much this year at Mercer. I think he had like 6 innings up there. He's pretty good, though. He's chucking.
He's pouring them in there.
Yeah, he's trying to throw strikes.
2 quick strikes to Brown.
And then, like you said, he got into the jam, and he got out of it.
Yes, he did. Struck out the side.
I was going to say he struck out the side, right?
Yeah.
Base loaded, no outs, and you strike out the side. That's as big as being 3-0 and coming back and striking the batter out. That's just a huge momentum lifter,
0-2 misses, a ball and 2 strikes. So we would absolutely love to be there. I mean, it's going to be an incredible night for you and, your family. I know your girl's here. So how do you drag her to all these games? So I want to know.
She loves baseball. She used to go to games years ago, and I mean, she comes to watch me umpire too. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Oh, tell me about it, man. Well, it's funny because with Jeff Ball, that one's fouled away.
Yeah.
I said, and Elaine, of course, too. What does Elaine see in him? I don't know how well that went over, but they're good people.
Yeah.
Really good people. I mean, Jeff has done so much for the youth of the area. You just can't put it into words. Waved at that one, and he is a strikeout victim. They throw to second. Hernandez tried to get Swinkowski. 2 outs on the strikeout. No, we have some. Never mind. The boss is here. We can't talk like that anymore. Doug Stasic. Did you watch any of our NJAC championship?
I did not.
You got to watch that.
I did not. I was
that.
working all day, so.
Where do you have you at, by the way? This was Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Yeah, we had Rowan and WDP, William Patterson.
Yeah. Oh, I was at the mainland game. I was watching on it, but I wasn't listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because you're like one of my biggest. You're my only fan, actually. But
Yeah. I was actually looking to try to get the ACCC Cumberland game, and but it wasn't on. And I said, all right, what game's this? And it was Rowan and William Patterson. So I watched a little bit of it, but I wasn't listening because I was at the game.
Ball and a strike to the first baseman, Walowicz, 2 outs. Swinkowski at second. Do we have 2 outs? We have 1 out, right?
Yeah, 1 out.
1 out.
Yeah, 1 out.
Hey guys, how you doing, man?
Hey, Doug,
that
how
looks
are
like
you?
Doug Stasic.
Dude,
The legend.
Good to see you guys, man. Yo,
Don't call
Bob,
me.
bro. I think you were meant for color commentating for this league.
I don't know
I'm just
about
gonna
that.
throw it out there.
Jeez.
Got a lot of info on these dudes. A lot of info.
Yeah, this is like I was saying. I was looking through the rosters.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in this league that are. It's gonna make it a fun year.
Yeah, man. Got to be pretty proud. A lot of mainland guys swinging the bat well tonight.
Yeah.
Absolute mash job there by a toy.
Yeah, that was. I actually had to go back and watch it on the video feed because I was sitting in a spot I couldn't see. As soon as he hit it, I was like, "Oh my God, that is so far!"
And you stood there and watched it right here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was right here in perfect view. The only thing, I hope it didn't hit a car out there.
This is one of the best fields to hit a home run. You kind of know once you hit it if it's going, and you could just watch it sail into the trees out there. Sometimes it's kind of fun.
Well, you know what? It reminded me. There's a walk. It reminded me of Was it Landis Park in Vineland? Did you ever play there?
I love Landis Park.
Big, big building in the outfield, and we were begging them to paint it. Ball's going to pay a visit to McLaughlin. 1 out.
Yeah, you're not going to get them to. You're not going to get them to paint that.
What's it? A glass company or something?
It's like an old mill or something, but it's cool because the background is elevated. But
right,
when I was out here this morning, since I know Chris, you think I don't work for BFA, you think I just show up. But I was out here walking, and the layout for the outfield is unique in its own right. It's not round by any stretch of imagination. Shares a common ground with the Little League fence. So these outfielders, if they're not familiar with playing here, they're in for a real treat when the ball gets hit into the gap because it's not an arc. There's a lot of straight lines out there.
Yeah, because it matches up with the center field of the Little League, so it actually goes into corners out into the power alleys.
Yeah, right. So So that would make sense because that fence then.
Oh, that spot out by the scoreboard in right center is really deep. It goes with both those fences.
So I can see them right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see their scoreboard facing the back facing.
Yep.
Us. By the way, Mr. Stasek, we got a green light from the Petty family to be there on draft night.
Oh, I figured as much. I mean,
you're
being
supposed to
Bob,
say
way
that's a
back.
quick get.
So I gave the green light as long as I get approval.
Yeah.
You got my approval. I think it would be great, but I still have to go to the higher ups and see their opinion, and of course, ultimately Chase. And
now listen,
I'm sure if anybody's going to be there, though, it's going to be you guys.
Chase won't care.
No.
Is he still hearing about his TV interview we did with us? And we had so much fun with him.
Yeah. Losey will do anything to get people to watch his stuff. I mean anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get us on the map. Hey, listen. So you missed the NJAC championship, right? Doug had the bounce. We had the AD of Rowan, John Giannini, remember the coach of basketball at LaSalle? And we had the commissioner of the NJAC, too. So I'm working on a lot of things or back-channeling stuff. That curveball's there, strike 3 called. That's a big out for McLaughlin. He gets it when he needs it. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, just to remind you, Chris, we're here to actually promote the players and the people in this league.
Sure.
Just to let you know.
All right, we've been talking about it all game. You've been watching.
I have been watching. Yeah, no, I listen. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, Colin McLaughlin, before you got here, the bases loaded jam, and now he was in another mini jam.
Hey.
2 visits from Jeff Ball, and all of a sudden he throws strikes. So the magic formula, what is Jeff telling him?
Yeah.
Got to ask him after the
We're going to
game.
have to mic him up next time.
Yeah. High fastball, he chased that.
The Egg Harbor Township Eagles, they were pretty excited to see him in the leadoff spot. I could tell you that. They're like, Colin McLaughlin leading off. Bobby Baxter was like so proud. So shout out to Bobby. I know he's watching.
Did he play in the game against Brick that we did? Look at that bender. Oh, you think McCarthy was? There's where I got Luke from. There, relax now. There you go.
Congratulations! I heard you picked up another son. You didn't even know.
Luke, yeah, he's
Luke.
a Jedi Knight.
Yeah, use the Force. Look at this, guys. Another strikeout. McLaughlin gets out of it. We're through 4 here in Northfield. It's 6-0 Surf on BFA. One of us isn't coming back after this. Degrees and temperature dropping rapidly here in Northfield at 6-0 Surf. A 2-run double by Anthony Feinstein and a grand slam from Nick Atoy, and that's all the offense for the Surf. This one goes up the middle. Fielded, but no chance. That was Ewing trying to get The out.
Yeah, so I'm looking up
Get it?
on the calendar here for the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Tomorrow night we'll be in Ocean City, even though the Absecon team technically is home. So based on field availability. So we will be there for a 7:30 first pitch again as the Ocean City Water Dogs take on the Absecon Outlaws.
I will be in Bridgeton tomorrow night. What are we doing with Bridgeton? That ball gets away.
Championship series for the Bridgeton Invitational.
Carabello on base all 3 times, including that. We're going to give him an infield single. And Logan Petty, not Luke.
Well, maybe he is a Jedi with the bat.
He's a Jedi with the bat, right. Strikeout and a walk. 6-0 here in the 5th. That pitch gets away from Stores, but Carabello no advance from second.
Yeah, great to see Logan Petty back out here battling back in that fractured kneecap that he had suffered.
Did you ever hear somebody like Bob Petty says, fortunately it was a fracture? I think I've never heard that in my life.
Well, it is, man. Every doctor will tell you prefer a broken bone over a torn ligament any day of the week.
Oh, sure. How do I look in Ryan's pullover? Because it's cold out here.
You look comfortable. You look comfortable. I heard you giving a weather update when I was en route.
You heard a lot of things. What'd you do tonight?
I actually hosted the Baseball U Pennsylvania Collegiate Summer League Draft.
How'd that go? Oh, that one got Jimmy Kahn over. Carabello's going to get the 3rd on that wild pitch.
So we're covering this league here, it's a combination of high-end high school players, collegiate, and even a few pro guys sprinkled in. Baseball U Pennsylvania, as I take a look at Jeff Ball. I love the surf jerseys, by the way.
Oh,
I mean, I have one in my closet somewhere.
Do you really?
Yeah, but back at the Sandcastle days, I'll tell you that story in a second, how I got tied in with the Sandcastle.
I got it. You
so
can
the
tell
baseball,
surf stories. I can't. I get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't throw anybody out. So the Baseball U PA is a summer collegiate league. So if you played in the Baseball U Pennsylvania program and you're on a collegiate team, you're eligible for this league. So it's a way for, raise the level of competition, get some of the scouts involved.
Petty sends one in the air. Left field, Barberi with the catch. Carabello, look at this throw. But Stores couldn't handle the throw, and Carabello scores with the 7th run for the Surf. Sacrifice fly from Logan Petty, 7-0.
Fundamental baseball, and Petty usually batting in the cleanup spot for Atlantic Cape Community. Knew exactly what needed to be done there. Runner at third base. He's not looking to take pitches, just looking to square something up, and got the job done, but he'll tell you after the game he just missed that one.
Here's Omar Hernandez, having a lot of fun with him earlier. Called him El Gato. Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah.
He heard you.
Oh, sure he did. He's a great kid. I had a chance to talk to him. We were out there, I think, after the first doubleheader we did, where I did, was Brookdale. And then the next one we went out there for, and I grabbed him and I said, umpire stuff, I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Ask him what he likes, what he doesn't like. 7-0 here, 5th inning. Got a piece of that, and it's 1-1.
Yes, in another life, I actually used to have Costello's Pizzeria out in Smithville, so I know the Galloway Mustangs are a team, and as such, I had the concession area for pizza and wings inside the Sandcastle.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Yeah, so that's why I was a big-time surf fan. Of course, Johnny Monell Jr., who's Pop Johnny Monell Sr., 222nd to none baseball. They're both, Junior is playing for the Buna Blue Dogs.
In this league.
And he spent a lot of time running around the clubhouse. And, the large human used to call him Juan Thomas back then. But, yeah, Monell Sr. used to hold it down in center field. And the first time I met him was because he had an unbelievable tab when it came to our Buffalo Tenders. Those guys used to eat me out of house and home every night, but I was happy to provide for those guys. And years
Speaking
later,
of, I'm hungry.
Me too. I didn't eat today.
Place on the way home, I'm sure, somewhere.
I'm sure. We got the Tilton Inn around here. Actually, we got a couple of sponsors maybe that could step up. I know the guys out in Charlie's certainly taking in this game, JT and the crew. So Charlie's Bar since 1944. And Joe Bunting, who I haven't seen just yet. I see Bunting Family Pharmacy on the screen. And I heard some of Bob's commentary, too, as Omar continues to battle here. Listen, man, the more baseball that's out here in South Jersey, the better it is for all these guys. And
sprayed right side. That'll go out of play. Still 2-2. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just when there was an opportunity to get involved and help provide a platform to promote more of these players, the high school guys to the college coaches, the college guys, for an opportunity to either go to a bigger program for some of these guys swinging from the JUCO that I can see, and then even some of the guys getting a sniff at the pro.
The 2-2 bounces. And it's a full count to Hernandez with 1 out.
So Joe Bunting has been involved and now managing this Northfield team for 10 years. His game plan is get this league started, and he's actually going to step aside. So this is the last season that he's going to manage and just focus on growing and building the league. And I was very honored when they had contacted us and said, hey, we love what you guys do. Oh, man, is that hopefully it was a shed? Is there a shed back there?
That didn't sound like a car. That was metal. Go ahead.
But just a ton of guys that love the game who were involved. And the reality is even with –
that's hit pretty well in the center field. That is deep, way over Burns' head, and it is going to bounce. It's a ground roll double. Wow, Omar Hernandez just missed a home run in the biggest part of this yard, as Bob was mentioning. When he was on here, Bob Petty said center field's quite a poke. He wasn't lying.
A prime example. Guy like Omar Hernandez, catcher for Atlantic Cape Community College, has had a solid year, and now he gets to essentially extend his season and an opportunity to be seen. Jamal Edwards and the crew, the athletic director over there, and I had an awesome meeting with the Dean Paula Davis. They've really, truly embraced giving opportunities to give a platform for these student athletes to be seen. And this is exactly what this extension is. So,
Capasso misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
So Joe Bunting and Bunting Family Pharmacy, the board of directors, the guys that are involved, I mean, they've done everything that they could.
Jeff sent it to DH. Got in front of that one. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out. Hernandez at second. What I do like is how, obviously there was some turmoil, but how the rest of the league just rallied and blew it up. It wasn't the same teams that came back. That's the point.
There's teams already are knocking on the door that they want to do more, but these guys are trying to do everything they can to subsidize the cost of the league. And so you look at it, and it's very hard to knock a guy who is trying to make it more affordable for more players, more families.
Reaches off the end of the bat in the left. Barberi came all the way over, makes the catch. That's 2 outs. Hunter Barberi from the NJAC champion, Profs of Rowan. That was a lot of fun.
They were dominated. I actually was out there yesterday morning watching those guys take on-field BP.
You're out there again?
They're locked in.
Did you forget something?
No. Well, we did have the trailer that blew out a tire that had to be picked up.
Oh, God. Here's Nick Atoy. Last time up, hit a grand slam.
Courtesy runner coming on for the catcher there.
Matt Lawler just making sure. I think he just wants airtime, to be honest with you.
Well, we saw Matt last night up in the booth in Trenton. Your brethren were happy that you weren't calling the game. They said, thank God Losey's not here. I was like, well, I can pass that message. John Duvall?
Yeah.
John was there.
Dubal, yeah.
Dubal, he was him and Matt. They were both having a good time at your expense.
Who did the game?
They did.
Oh, so they did do the game. You said in the booth.
Yeah. Well, they used it as a change.
Okay.
Yeah, they used it as a change room.
And I think the other group brought 2 other guys. Or no, Jimmy was there. It was a mainland home game, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, Bob was excited about it. He loved it.
Oh man, it was electric. The only thing we were disappointed in is this shot that we take a lot of pride on, and given the vantage point of the pitcher, batter, catcher, we couldn't do it last night.
Toy stays alive. You're still 0-2. You know, what would really be big for us is that the BFA Mike Flagg on the microphone the second that Chase Petty's drafted. That would be dynamite.
You're always thinking, man. I give you credit for that. You definitely like to dream.
How awesome would that be?
Usually every time I see your numbering, I feel like I'm like, wow, our company expense line just went up even more.
Another one gets away from Stores. Hernandez moves up to third. So it's 1-2. There's Jeff. There you go.
There he is. He looks good. You know who Jeff Ball always reminded me of? Some of the guys watching may remember Gabe Stano. He used to run a Atlanta Chrysler Jeep right over here in Northfield. Every time I seen Jeff Ball, I swear it was like his twin.
I was thinking Mike LaValliere. Remember the catcher for the Pirates? No neck.
Wow, I don't think Jeff's going to like that.
1-2. Why? It means he's built. The toy strikes out, inning over. Capasso gets out of it. 1 run for the Surf. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th here. It's 7-0 Surf on BFA. I'm sorry. I mean, and I was saying that to Ryan. Said, so as we come back, BFA Sports coverage of the inaugural South Jersey Shore Baseball League. It is 7-0 Surf in front. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic is back with us. Bob Petty was here earlier, father of Chase Petty. We talked about him and his possibilities of where he was going to be drafted. And of course,
and you got all the Buccaneers Logan, here tonight.
His older son Logan. First pitch. Come on now. First pitch fouled away from the catcher Stores. 0-2 tonight. 7-0 Surf. Great sound when you hear cleats on the concrete, though, isn't it?
I missed it so much last year.
Off speed, misses outside. 1-1. Colin McLaughlin in his 5th inning of work. No runs. Couple of jams. He pitched out of them. His Bunting Family Pharmacy sponsors our broadcast tonight from Northfield. That's up high.
Yeah. Bunting Family Pharmacy right over there in the greater Linwood, Northfield area, as I like to call it. Pride themselves in bringing the pharmacy home to you.
I don't know who HJ is. He just said some nice things on the comments. I guess we can comment on that feed then.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. It's an interactive broadcast. I mean, keep it clean, kids.
It's 3-1 to Stores. Missed the outside corner. Stores walks. So he leads off the bottom of the 5th with a base on balls, and that will bring up.
Somebody even caught the fact that when I had put the link up at like 2:00 in the morning the other day, when I was like my eyes were bleeding, I had South Shore on my brain, so I think I put SSSJ instead of SJSS, and man, they didn't miss a beat. I think the guy's name was Alverson. Ryan, you're usually on top of that.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Whoever Alverson is, good job by you, buddy. glad you're paying attention to the details. Yeah, so I think maybe laying out a little bit of what people can expect, right? So this is opening night. It's the first kind of maiden voyage. we have some bells and whistles that are going to be incorporated into
do tell.
this league. I know you're big on instant replay, Chris, so we
Sure.
have that coming. That's
All
something that the league directors and I had spoken about, so that's coming. And once it gets a little bit beyond the high school season, that door is closed. Probably see some radar potentially on screen as well. So again, it's all going to be set up from a scouting perspective, right? Like we want it to have a flavor of a scouting kind of style broadcast, and then of course trying to get to know some of these players a bit more on a different level. You know, a guy right there like Logan Petty, he's been in the color commentating chair once or twice, so wouldn't be surprised on some of the off nights if you don't see some of these guys as part of the third part of the crew. And then there'll be some we have a setup that allows us to do it, some pregame interviews, some potential post-game stuff, and then we're going to incorporate kind of like a documentary type of style where we'll get to know some of the stories of these guys. So all good stuff lined up here for the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Super excited to bring it to you here on BFA.
And the television schedule, is it just going to be go through the list and see different parks, or Burn strikes out? That's one out here in the fifth. It'll bring up the captain, the shortstop, Justin Epifanio. Go ahead.
Well, it's like anything else, right? The game plan is initially there's a 10-game set that we have featuring all the teams at least once. We have a couple doubleheaders that are going to be underway. We're going to have the league all-star game, and as you see, you can get your business right on screen. We'll talk it up and help promote and advertise since you're a supporter of local baseball, and with the reach and the viewership that we have across our channel, something we're really proud of. It's extremely affordable, and the best is it's going to benefit all of these players out here as they try to extend their careers and get new opportunities.
That's your marketing hat. I like that. Well done. Ball on a strike here at Epifanio.
Yeah,
0 for 2 today.
The goal for the league is they want to get to like a 20-game schedule on live stream.
What if I'm umpiring one of these games?
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. You're umpiring one of these games, man. We are going to do things that you've never seen before. It's going to feel a Saturday Night Live flavor to it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's not happy with his opportunities here. It looks like.
Oh, yeah?
Epif thinks that he's trying to pitch around them. I love it.
So what can you tell me about this kid? Epifanio, you said. He's captain.
He is. He's wearing the C. Been involved with this team for quite some time. So you got to earn it the hard way.
When did Danny Kern give up this team? You have any idea? There's a strikeout.
Oh, snap.
And a snap throw back. But the second out of the inning. So Epifanio is down. That'll bring up Brett Ewing. Also 0 for 2. Bottom of the fifth. 1 on and 2 outs for the Cardinals, and they trail 7-0. 2-run double, grand slam, and a sacrifice fly. Counting for the offense for the Surf. First pitch, strike call. You cold, buddy?
Nah, I'm quite comfortable. It's been a long day doing double duty.
Gotcha. Just missed outside 1-1.
It's funny. I was really excited to come to the ballpark. Like I was finishing up that draft show and I couldn't get here fast enough. It was all of a 45-minute drive.
That's in there. So 1-2.
I'll tell you, man, McLaughlin really is impressive. I'm looking at the repetitiveness in his arm slot location. Doesn't matter if he's going fastball or he's coming off speed. He's doing a good job of getting long off the mound and deceiving the batter. I mean, he's doing a really good job of hiding that pitch.
Like that?
Yep.
Bob said he's trying to get him to transfer to ACCC.
Yeah.
It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's Omar Hernandez getting in the shot. Can't help it. Just it's a bromance I have with catchers like that. You know, you just there's no middle ground. You either love them or you don't. You hate them, seriously, from an umpire's perspective. Because you know that's the guy you need, and that's the guy you want on the mound. Colin McLaughlin, 9 strikeouts. Inning is over. We're going to the top of the 6th here in Northfield at 7-0 Surf on BFA. That is Anthony Capasso from Georgia Southwestern. Has come in, allowed just 1 run behind Brandon Riggs, who gave up the 6 prior runs, and that's the offense. It's 7-0 Surf. We're in the top of the 6th inning here in Northfield. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, our BFA Sports crew here.
So Slater Suriel.
Got first base camera, third base camera, center field camera.
Yeah, we got them surrounded, as we like to say.
Suriel fouls one off. 1 strike to Slater. 1 for 2 today.
Yeah, got to give a shout out
tonight. Go ahead.
Got to give a shout out to our camera guys, because we put them in some very peculiar situations. You just don't understand how close the camera operators are to the batters right now. Like, Charles Hope probably going to be looking for hazard pay for this one.
Off the end of the bat, Capasso off the mound, underhand. That's the first out of the 6th. So, yeah, Charles on the first base line. And now when
Josh
we have a
Davidson
left-hander, you know.
Yeah, Josh Davidson over there at third. That's the shot you're looking at right there.
Yeah. It's Anthony Feinstein, 2-run double in 3 at-bats for the Surf. Got the ball rolling. That's off his foot. That hurts.
That'll leave a mark. Yes, so tomorrow night in Ocean City, with some pretty actually nice camera angles there as well. Going to be elevated for those shots. And then for the high school fans, we'll be at the Diamond Classic Championship on Wednesday. So
and that's where?
That's at Alcyon Park up in Pittman.
In Pittman. Who's in that game?
Is Anthony Solomito will be pitching for Bishop Eustace, and the surprise Braves of Williamstown made it to the final.
There you go. Speaking of Williamstown.
So your boy Brody Colbert.
Yeah. That's inside. Did it hit him? No. Jim Conover on top of it as usual. Says it didn't hit him.
Yeah.
He's smiling. Oh, he got another one. That's 2. Talk about hazard pay.
Yeah.
Just got whacked.
But you should see, you know, Bob Petty was sitting here earlier, and I see him in the background over there. You should see his elbow.
We got to fix him out of the slot.
He got hit with a foul tip on in a perfect game tournament the other day, and he showed it to me. I went to shake his hand yesterday. He took his arm away, and then he pulled up his sleeve. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Man.
It was ugly.
1-2. That's up high. It's 2-2. So my Wednesday just cleared out.
For what?
I was supposed to. Supposed to umpire on Wednesday, and then I feel like going all the way up there to Valley Forge.
Yeah, we gotta figure out Wednesday because I just got another call for.
That's it.
Somebody wants
outside.
to cover a softball game. Vineland Millville on Wednesday, and yeah, that call came in, and some other game. I forget what it was. I'm telling you,
Your phone is blowing up, dude. Blowing up. 3-2 to Feinstein. That's there. Feinstein strikes out. He didn't think so. That's the second out of the sixth.
I thought it was a good location, actually. Good pitch there by Capasso to come barreling back after losing a few pitches early in the count.
Mo Antonicello now. Bat.
Got to go to Mo's.
Strike call. Looked like Jimmy Conover almost tripped as he made a strike call there. Yeah, we're beating you up now, Pally. It's over. One strike. 7-0, sixth inning. Why not? Whoops.
Oh.
Antonicello.
That one got away from him.
Hit with that.
Antonicello wearing the New Jersey baseball helmet there. So
I was going to ask you that.
Mike LaHood, he's done a great job of helping promote and develop some of the younger kids over the last countless years. His son used to be the catcher over at Egg Harbor Township many moons ago. So I'm sure Mike's watching because he's a big-time baseball guy. And he's another guy probably add to the mix from a color commentating standpoint. He's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of guys on all these squads.
Your phone may be blowing up about opportunities to put games on the air, but mine is blowing up about color analysis.
I love that. Everybody always wants to get on the microphone, but you ask somebody to run a camera or switchboard, no chance, man.
There's a strike call. One name comes to mind from Camden Catholic, Bob Burkholz. He's been blowing up my phone.
Yeah, hey, Bob.
Said he'll do one for free.
Bob's a great guy. You don't have to sell me. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of you get what you pay for. So.
And I owe you $12.50. 2-1 with 2 outs in the sixth. That was we both had our little, difficulties in the last, I'd say, couple of months. When I lost my buddy John, one of the first times I ever met him, and he was still an umpire, and he was a head coach at Chestnut Hill Academy. It was 1994, and he had the cash for the game fees in his pocket. 2-1, fouled away. And so at the end of the game, he would say to the umpires, he'd say, here you go, here you go. It was $52. That's to give you an idea how long ago it was. And I was with my dear friend Gene Otto, who was the assigner. So I said, Gene, this is John speaking. Gene, here's $52. Chris, $52 minus 50 cents for each pitch that you missed. And he looks up and he goes, you owe me $4.50. This was chopped down the first. Wallowich to the bag. Makes the play. Capasso through the sixth inning. We're going to the bottom of the sixth here in Northfield at 7-0 Surf on BFA. You're still looking at Colin McLaughlin, the starter for the Surf. He's gone the distance so far into the bottom of the 6th. No runs. He's allowed 4 hits. And has a 7-0 lead here on BFA. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, and the BFA Sports crew here in the inaugural South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. I keep forgetting that one S.
Yeah, it's they cover a lot of ground. So it got players from all over South Jersey. Most of the teams located in the Shore area.
And there's Bob Petty.
There's nursing a bruised elbow.
Yeah, he can handle it.
Third base,
Third baseman
J.J. Swinkowski.
J.J. Swinkowski will lead off for the Cardinals, and it'll be C.J. Brown and C.J. Walowich to follow. Colin McLaughlin, very impressive, Doug, from Mercer County. There's a strike call inside corner.
Yeah, there's a couple of his teammates on that Vikings roster going to be throughout. Jimmy Kurtz, a first baseman for Buna. We're going to see them, I think, a doubleheader on June 2nd.
In the helmet.
Yeah.
So Sminkowski is a leadoff runner here in the 6th inning.
And you look at his...
And your C.J. Brown, who did get hit in the head.
You're looking at his jersey. Again, he's got the A for the alternate on there. But he's been on this squad for quite a few years, man. There's a lot of good dirt memories baked into that uni. Another guy right here.
Brown chases one up high, 1 strike to him. He is 0 for 2 officially with a hit by pitch. These games, I'm not going to jinx this, but typically they won't go beyond this 2:15 time limit. That's down and away. 1-1.
Well, I think Bob had mentioned it earlier. We're still kind of hanging in with the high school season. And so once some more of these arms start to show up, it's going to be some real crisp baseball. But until then, I get a lot of guys just off the college season, getting a few innings, which is going to be great. But I think what you'll see in a 7-inning formatted game are going to be multiple pitchers.
Not tonight, not with the Surf anyway. Colin McLaughlin from Mercer County College. It's a 3-1 count here. Swinkowski at first was hit by a pitch. And a 3-1 coming to C.J. Brown. Straight up in the air. Omar Hernandez didn't play it right. He's shaking his head no.
Nah, he lost that because you got the lights beating off of the metal post, and then he actually thought it was going out of play. And we don't necessarily have a shot of that backstop, but it is quite covered. There's not a whole lot of room.
So Bob Burkholz is tuning in. He just sent me a text.
Nice.
Stop talking about me. No, he's thanks for the shout out. He's
now looking forward to mixing him in.
Check this swing. They're going to send that one down to Matt Lawler, and he said no. I don't know. Somebody's giving him something.
Giving kudos. You don't always hear praise for an umpire, but somebody agreed with the caller.
It's funny because I told the coach last week, I said, so you want us to get it right unless it's against your team. That's how it works. Jeff Ball's going to come. He's going to take the ball from Colin McLaughlin, who'll wind up going 5 innings, no runs. He's responsible for the 2 on base. We have a pitching change here in Northfield. It's 7-0 Cardinals, and tonight's game brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy here on BFA, the inaugural game of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. And
there comes Gallagher. It's Alex Gallagher.
Alex Gallagher.
That guy has eaten up so many innings for Atlantic Cape all season long. Good call here by Ball. He's going to go to the pen.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a poet and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you went around, if you're going to go around, any concern physically about the facilities in the league? About setup or anything of that nature?
No, I actually was with the grounds crew over in Ocean City this morning, and it looks like we got a change coming up here, Chris. And we just were informed.
We already
the
know.
Scorekeeper, Alex Gallagher.
We already know, Elaine.
But thank you very much, Elaine.
Alex Gallagher is now into the game.
And Chris, everybody
Didn't
can
you
hear
miss
ya.
me?
Everybody can hear you at home, Chris.
Yeah, I know. Didn't you miss me?
All right.
She's great. I'll tell you. And when I saw her in the dugout, and I said, you know, it's just a great situation for Jeff because, you know, he gets to be with her, and that's what they do best. They love baseball. So it's great to see them, just like Bob and his girlfriend, too.
I just felt like I was on a sit and spin. I have no idea where this whole conversation just went. We're like,
Well, Elaine walked by, and then she was giving us the change.
I know she did, but you know, even the cat every once in a while has to let the squirrel run across the yard without running out in
What
the
does
street.
that mean?
You're just like left,
What
right.
does that mean?
Nobody can see you.
No.
Nobody can see you right now, so they have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy's telling you, make sure you take your meds, Chris, because your fiance is calling you. I think you bumped your head. No, I'm just kidding.
What? Really? Oh. Okay, Al, I got you.
Gotta have fun with it.
Oh, my God.
Gotta have fun with it.
Alex Gallagher, as everybody knows, now is the new pitcher for the Surf. 2 on for the Cardinals and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, so we're going to be, you know, around the league. Facilities really are great. I was with the Ocean City Grounds crew today. They have a couple things that are going on, a little bit of extra irrigation. They actually told me that the Phillies groundskeeper just rebuilt their pitching mound.
Good.
And, you know, that was largely for the Ocean City Red Raiders.
Mike Buckholder. A man, the Phillies groundskeeper, that when we do a game there, we have to stay off the grass. I tell him that's physically impossible. Look at this, Hernandez in the throw. Safe at third. So the runners move up, the wild pitch, and now they're second and third and no outs. And C.J. Wallowich at the plate, the first baseman, also 0 for 2 with a walk. Really, so stay off the grass.
Yeah,
Physically impossible. 1-0 at the plate. Outside, 2-0.
It's the same way over at Richie Ashburn Field. The Phillies manage that property in FDR Park, and you cannot warm up with cleats on that turf. You cannot take I.O.
Did not know that.
Yep. Same rules apply in Citizens Bank Park, apply over there.
Well, oh, okay.
Same grounds crew.
And the championship game of the Carpenter Cup is 10 o'clock in the morning on a weekday so that we can get out of there and they can get on it. It was never that early. 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 on for the Cardinals. They trail 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2. Got him chasing it. Wallowich strikes out. That's the first out of the 6th.
Alex Gallagher, an efficient pitcher, does a nice job early in his counts trying to pitch the contact, and when he gets you on the ropes, his breaking stuff, very, very good, right to left.
Hunter Barberi now.
Well, Barberi hoping to make his manager happy because just like Bunting Family Pharmacy, he's hoping that he can bring his guys home.
Couldn't catch up to that fastball from Gallagher. 1 strike to him. Caught looking his last time up. He is also 0 for 2. It's like he throws a frisbee, you know, right to left outside. Ball and a strike.
Nice look at the BFA
Split.
side-by-side coaches cam.
That's there. 1 and 2. Saw Barberi look back at Jim Conover. Good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th. 2 on. The pitch. Missed outside. 2 and 2.
Got to give a shout out to Ryan Ranowski, who has taken the controls of our, I'll call it our camera calls.
To short. They'll get 1. And a run scores, and Northfield's on the board. Onicello decides to go to first. And the Cardinals get a run at 7-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. That's the second out of the inning.
It is really nice to be right on top of the action, though. I will tell you that. I mean, we might be in tight quarters, but man, I'm pretty pumped for what I'm seeing tonight, boys.
Strike at the knees. So how about other fields?
Other fields are pretty good. I mean, we're going to be at Veterans Park over in Egg Harbor Township. That's a great place to shoot a game. The Buna field at Malini could be a bit interesting sometimes with the lighting over there, but that's probably the only one that I would say to have any kind of
gets away.
Technical concerns.
Hernandez, no advance from third. C.J. Brown at third. There's 2 outs now and a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. Off speed, missed it. And it's 2-2. They're all night games? No day games, right?
All night games, all 7:30 under the lights. And that's actually something that we're trying to have a conversation with the high schools.
Got him. High fastball, inning over. A run for the Cardinals. We're going to the 7th. It's 7-1 Surf here on BFA. Top of the 7th here in Northfield. It's 7-1 Surf over the Cardinals on the inaugural broadcast and opening night of the brand new South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. Chris Losey, Doug Stasic, and the BFA Sports crew here. Leading off for the Surf in the 7th. They go to the top of the order. Left fielder Nick Newtile. He is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Had a chance to visit with Bob Petty, and the excitement is building, no doubt, in anticipation of the Major League Draft coming up, of course, with Chase Petty. There's a no-brainer. 2-0.
Nuclear Nick, man. That's what he used to be called, the way he'd swing the bat. This guy hits the ball hard. Hard.
The 2-0. Fouled away.
Actually, he, my oldest, played a little bit of summer ball for Atlantic Elite a couple summers ago on the recruitment circuit. My goodness. Put a runner on base in scoring position. This guy's lasers.
Missed that. 3-1. Anthony Capasso in his 3rd inning of relief. Brandon Riggs allowed 1 run. So 3 balls and a strike to Newtile. It's a foul tip, and it's a full count. So it'll be Newtile, Carabello, and Logan Petty here in the 7th for the Surf. I was staring right at the score sheet, and Luke McCarthy is the DH for the Cardinals, and just Luke came out and fouled out of play. And Bob just he couldn't have let it go either.
You have an interest. I will tell you, you have a very unique scoring sheet. That's something. That ink that you've used, is that like one of those Mad Lib things where you put the yellow highlighter and the invisible ink just pops up through it, and you're like, hey, look, here it is. You can see it.
3-2. Fouled away. Newtown stays alive. So when is our next Sjssbl broadcast?
Tomorrow, Absecon versus Ocean City. It's even though Absecon's the home team, they're still playing in Ocean City.
And who's on the call tomorrow night?
That is a to be determined. I know I'll be one of them. You busy?
I am.
There you go.
Newtown slams it into the gap in left center. Back Burns. He's got it. Tracking it down, going to his right. Big play in center and one out. And you're right. Nuclear Nick went nuclear.
Yeah, long ride out there.
Second base, Antonio Caraballo.
One out in the seventh. Here's Antonio Caraballo. What a night he's had. He's been on base 3 of the times he's been up. Scored a couple runs. Seven our score. Surf in front. Capasso always works from the stretch. First pitch is down low. So we had a problem with our phones the other day at Rowan, how they were cooking.
Yeah.
And now the phones are freezing.
Oh, man.
This is crazy.
It was so hot the other day at Rowan.
Off the trademark, that goes foul. How'd you do last night? Good?
Yeah, things went pretty well at the Trenton Thunder Stadium. I just still can't figure out. There was no place to put a center field camera at that park. That really drove me nuts.
Because you got the 2 walls, right? You got the short wall in the back.
Like 25 feet to go straight up.
Yeah.
There's no room in between them. It's just all panel.
Yeah, there's only about 6 feet between them, I think.
Yeah.
Not even. That's one of the big concerns when coaches, when they do the ground rules in those games, and they say, look, the ball could hit the second fence. It's a home run.
Yeah, well, now it's not a second fence. It's all one.
Oh, it's all. Oh.
So you just have the coping that goes across like 6 feet off the ground, and if it hits above the coping, it's a home run.
Oh, wow. That just makes it more difficult.
Well, that was the that's why that's what I'm saying. There's literally nowhere you could stick that camera because it goes 25 feet up, and I was amazed. You know, it was a Yankees AA affiliate. Now the Buffalo Bisons are playing there. I'm like, how do you not have that? But
off the outside edge, Caraballo was on base for the 4th time tonight, and that'll bring up Logan Petty. Part-time color analyst, part-time first baseman.
So his brother's nickname is Chip. His nickname is Boomer.
Okay. What do you say, Boomer? Think he turns around? No.
Nah, he's dialed in.
Yeah. You've had some fun with the boys tonight. Petty's first pitch swinging, he pops it up the short. And Finizio with the catch. 2 outs. When's the next one? After tomorrow night?
The one after that, I think, is June 2nd, which ends up being I just was told that turned into a doubleheader.
Catching tonight, Omar Hernandez.
And that's Ocean City Nor'easter Soccer Night as well. Who knew?
2 outs. Caraballo at first, and Omar Hernandez at the plate. Smoked a double his last time up in the gap. 1 strike to Omar the Cat. Anything good in the comments? Just curious. No.
There's some guys being recruited for the league out here. It's pretty funny, actually.
That's good stuff.
Egg Harbor Township alum and current Rutgers player Jordan Sweeney. Glad to see him tuning in. Mentioned, but it is like it's Egg Harbor Township party. They're backing their boy McLaughlin, Sean Duffy.
Called strike 3. Hernandez is out. The inning is over. No runs for the Surf. Last chance for the Cardinals coming up in the bottom of the 7th. It's 7-1 Surf here on BFA. Alex Gallagher looking to close it out with his second inning of work. In the 7th inning, and a 7-1 lead for the Surf. Jeff Ball assembled quite a squad, Doug, mostly from his ACCC roster.
Well, they were a very successful squad over there at the Sandcastle all year long, so why not extend the party? And I'm telling you, Gallagher, early on in the season, we're at a game. He had a teammate who struggled in the first inning. It's not often that you see your coach have to pull your starting pitcher in the first, but it was one of those kind of days. So I didn't know much about Gallagher other than when he pitched it a little bit at EHT. But because of the 2020 season being canceled, you really didn't see the true, Alex Gallagher. He comes in cold and pitches 6 more innings.
Come on.
And was just absolutely annihilating the other lineup. So from that day on, I was just, hey, every time this guy comes in,
that's us, by the way.
I'm always looking forward to seeing him throw the pearl. So 14 strikeouts for Colin McLaughlin. That's a way to get things started.
I'd say so. So it'll be the catcher, Jonathan Storrs, then the top of the order for the Cardinals here in the 7th. Storrs is 0 for 3. Popped up foul.
Just
almost to the shed.
Storrs just did the peek at the signs. You don't see that often.
No, you don't.
It's something some of the guys in the league might have to get used to with us. The cameras are, they can get pretty close.
Strike called, and Omar's having a difficult time catching strikes tonight. Oh, and 2. Just missed.
Yeah, Gallagher always does a nice job. Military pitches, left, right, left, right. He doesn't move up and down in the zone too much. Like, he's really good at kind of keeping that ball at the knee shin level.
Missed up high, 2 and 2.
And that's a big advantage, having your regular season catcher behind the dish. Does you inside and out. Good navigator here.
Here's the 2-2. Hit in the air to right field. And that'll be a base hit in front of Feinstein. So a leadoff base runner for the Cardinals. Storrs is on for the first time, and now the top of the order, and Tommy Burns. And he struggled tonight as well, as have most of the Cardinals hitters. But he struck out all 3 times he's been up. Storrs, the leadoff base runner here in the 7th, trailing 7-1. Tommy Burns to be followed by Justin Epifanio. The 1-0. Way outside, and that's going to get away from Omar. The Storrs will move up. Two-0. Strike call. 2-1. Coach's, we call that coach's cam. Split screen. This one in the air, second. Behind there is Carabello. Antonio.
Shortstop, Justin Epifano.
Epifanio now. Also struck out his last time up. But, you know, Colin had that many, right? First pitch swinging, foul back. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Surf up by 6 here on opening night of the Sjssbl. And it's interesting if you look at their logo and it says established in 2020. That means they were ready to go last year, huh?
I think it came together after the conclusion because there was some baseball played in South Jersey last year.
Right.
You know, a lot of these teams were pretty well documented. Used to be part of the ACBL.
0-2. Got him. That's 2 outs in the 7th. And it's Brett Ewing.
Second base, Brett Ewing.
And the Phillies go down 9-6.
Yeah, Philly's got a tough schedule coming up. If they can't put away the Marlins, they're going to have their hands full. Man, they got the Red Sox, they got the Yankees, they got the Braves, the Mets.
Cut that off speed. Gallagher pulling the string on that one.
It's like I mentioned before, Gallagher's not going to blow you away with his velo, but his location and his off-speed pitches are very legit.
Off the end of the bat, and Gallagher's ahead. 2 strikes now on Ewing. Two strikes to short, a charge, a throw, and safe at first, and then they'll chase back. Storrs to third. And we have a lot of movement, but we're going back to where we are. So it'll be an infield single for Ewing. As Antonicello's throw was late. And 2 outs, and the Cardinals stay alive. And here is the cleanup batter, J.J. Swinkowski. 2 walks today, and he's officially 0 for 2.
Third base, J.J. Swinkowski.
I was commenting, or not commenting, but I was reacting to your pullover that once lived in my spot.
You put some miles on it.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lease, though, so luckily you weren't over mileage when you gave it back.
God. Strike call to Swinkowski.
I brought the other pullover, but then I also brought some Under Armour with it because I heard you talking about
oh my God,
how cold it was. You look like you're going skiing.
After yesterday? We were in the pool yesterday.
0-1
with 2 on and 2 out. 2 strikes. And the Cardinals down to their final strike tonight. The 0-2 missed outside, 1-2. I think our mics picked up Jim Conover behind the plate. No. 1-2. Up high, it's 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. The pitch. And the game doesn't end. It's outside, and it's a full count.
Well, the 50-50 pitch. I didn't have the winning ticket.
The 3-2's coming. And that is chopped in front. That's a fair ball. Hernandez fields it. He'll tag out Swinkowski, and the game is over. No runs for the Cardinals in the 7th. The final score, the Surf win 7-1 on opening night here in the Sjssbl. SJSSBL. Let's try that again. Here on PFA Sports. So Colin McLaughlin goes 5 innings strong. All those strikeouts.
14 Ks in the book for Mr. McLaughlin.
Yeah. And the offense did the rest. The 2-run double by Anthony Feinstein, and then the grand slam from Nicatoy. So take us out. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Ryan Schumacher. Ryan Ranowski was on the statistician board. Our cameras are Charles Hope. And who's over there? Josh Davidson's over there. And the executive producers of BFA Sports are Doug Stasic, Al Fisher, and Brian Murray. So Doug sitting next to us. This is Chris Losey. Thanks for joining us tonight on a night where we had Mary Canisi from the city of Northfield throughout the first pitch, and our national anthem sung by none other than Northfield's own Victoria Mosaitis. A great night for baseball here in Atlantic County. The final score again, the Surf 7 and the Cardinals 1. Welcome to the SJSSBL on BFA. We'll see you next time, Ocean City tomorrow night here on BFA. Good night, everybody.